Greetings, it's Vaygrim. Welcome to day 3 on the platform. I have this, of course, that I made. We finished it off on Wednesday, and I'm quite pleased with the design. I started working on, I know that one is going to be mirrored over here. That was easy. I will have 2 big cannons. What to do on the small platforms. I thought I was going to do a cannon, but the proportions actually do not lend it towards something as big and bulky. The box doesn't come out quite right. So I have a smaller joint connection. If I was going to make that, I would have to make the box bigger. So what I did instead was I made a missile pod. Yes, I'm quite pleased with how this came out, and I'm going to reconstruct one on camera for you. This is a 4-shot missile pod. I'm thinking about actually having some... Let me think. How would I do this? I think I can put this stuff in the same space as... what am I thinking? Connector pipes. So what I'm thinking of, like BC pipes, maybe, item pipes, coming from here over to the missile pod itself. Like one here and one here, cross-connecting. Maybe cross-loading these, or, yeah, I don't know. I'm still figuring that part out, but I do think it would be fun to actually have a missile pod, and it looked like it also had a loading mechanism. But I'm going to show you how I actually built this by making the other one on that same turret. I have a lot of little parts that I need to actually grab. I ran across block breakers and block placers from Open Blocks. They're real good candidates for, let's get some of that. Gonna need some of that. I'm gonna need that tool. But I need some of those. And I'm gonna grab those just in case. Okay, let's go down here. So first things first, we actually have the standoffs, the mounts. The entire turret can pivot. That's what this is. This is a pivot joint, which basically means it will spin on this point. Actually, you know what I need to do? Hang on a sec. Need to do this. There we go. That's better. So basically, this will pivot this way, and then it can spin at this joint right here, or the entire turret could spin. There's a lot of different options for how we can actually explain this. But on that one, I thought originally that maybe it turned there at that black stripe. But maybe the gubbins are in there. Maybe that's just the mechanisms and motors. And it actually turns at this point, inside this little ring. Maybe that's actually the mount, the spin mount. And I don't know. I'm still figuring that one out. I boxed in this same one the same way that I did that one up there. But... yeah, I meant to actually, you know what I meant to do? Hang on a second. Yay, I can get that one. I'm gonna go get one block. Boop. I can get this, put it back. Ugh. Oh, goodness. You don't have a lot of space to work with up there. There we go. That's the same now. So we have the standoffs for the actual mount system. Then what we basically do is we get... that is what is in the middle of this. It's just quartz blocks, basically. Gonna make a whole bunch of these because I'm gonna need them. Nope, that is the smallest. I always forget if panel or cover is the smallest. My brain always thinks panel should be, but I know it's cover. Okay. So basically this is the quote-unquote center right there, right? We can put the trim on in a minute. Here's what I have to do. Let's do... Those go in backwards. They face the wrong direction. Same thing for these. Oops. Yep. So, we have to put these on. And then torque them in place. Then just get some of these. That's basically supposed to be the exhaust output. I am facing these the other direction intentionally. I have actually seen, I think it's probably a lot of sci-fi. Actually, you know what? I don't want to do mixed. I figure if they're going to start launching missiles at something, it's going to be all one direction. We start launching missiles at something, it's going to be the band one direction. I was going to have a mixed initially, having 4 facing one way and 4 facing the other. I figured that way, basically, at any given point, at least half the missiles are pointed the right way. But I figure if they're going to want to come to bear on something with missiles, they're going to want to do it with the full force. Let me do it this way. We'll come over here. So that looks good that way. Put the exhaust covers back on, just like that one. Come over here. Bye. And this basically, that's the launch tube, the end of the launch tube. Okay. Which means now we can actually cover the rest of it in this, what I've been using for dull plating, insulated plating. I wanted a kind of a tarnished coppery kind of a look, and I went for solarium. Well, let's get this stuff out, and we put the trim on. Oh, pesky, pesky. Just easier to stand on it, honestly. It goes faster. Probably gonna have to make more of that stuff. Yep, which is why I brought those. I'm really hoping everybody's actually having a great Friday. I need more. I liked being able to outline the box this way. Gives it shape. Gives it form. Lets you see exactly what it is, how big it is. You have a predefined notion as you get closer to it. It's almost like the ink at the edge of a box. I mean, at the edge of an outline for a cartoon. I mean, a comic book or comic book artist, you know, doing the black outline for a character, and then they fill it in with color ink. I almost see this as the black outline, so to speak. It gives the thing a shape from a distance. You know dimensions, you know angles. You know, just helps give it a little bit more depth, I think. I, of course, like this little trim on the front, too. A, it evens the box out some. And B, it actually... it gives it a little bit more 3D, three-dimensional form. I'm considering putting bracers across here. I don't know how I would do that, though. Let me get these. I want to see what this looks like real quick. because it looks uneven now. Because yeah. Oh, Lord. Let me get a block to stand on. I could box in, but that's gonna, I think, obscure. What happens if I do this? Does that look a little too... Buh. I'm glad I bought the rest of my solarium with me, not that we're going to need it now. Yeah, now that I think about it. It looks pretty good, actually. So... wrong size, uh-huh. I think I'm going to stick with it, but I'm actually considering swapping those frames out for some more smoked quartz because I think that actually would look good to really frame the exhaust ports. For now, it's going to work, but we'll see. Now, how would we want... Let's crack this candy coating open. Actually, let's do it that way. Get some of those. Oh, I remember what I was going to do. Nope. Don't like that. These have a really nice side to them. There we go. Okay, so now if we did this and this, yeah. Whoa, come on. My space bar is not what it used to be. This keyboard needs to be replaced. I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have to do a fundraiser for it. How would I do this? It's time to go do something I haven't done in a long time. Get all of this stuff off our hot bar real quick. Pipes. Pipe. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I don't know what is going to work with what. You know what? Since we're down here, let's go ahead and... Ooh, staring at a peg. Go ahead and sleep. Trying to keep this out of my inventory, the sleeping bag, so I can have more space. This thing's already starting to look a little beefy. I like the idea of this nation not only being a magical, but not only being a set of buildings, fancy castle or whatever, but I do like the idea of so I don't think, yeah, micro blocks don't work around those. They would have looked really nice and bulky too. It's a pity. What do I want to use there? EMC value. Perfect. Let's see. What else comes up with pipes? BC pipes don't work with. I would have to use... Oh, wait a minute. Golden transport. You can color them? Okay, weird. As we drop down. Oh gosh, where'd I go? Too far. Here we go. I think that I can make. Okay, I can make covers. Facade. Let me think if I can actually make a solarium. No, I cannot make a solarium facade. Okay. So these things are not going to be an option. I can't make facades. What pipes do I have? Oh gosh, I really got to think now. Applied energistics cabling is going to look a little too power cabling. Oh! Got an idea. At mechanism. Yes, there we go. Boop. And if memory serves correctly, yes. Can I put any there? I can. Yes. Okay. Which means what I can actually do, let's get some of this. Let's do the same thing again. Okay, why did I make so many of these? Well, I want to get some of these. Let's kill this block. Perfect. Okay. Actually, do I like that or not? Or do I want to go... Buh! More... discreet. Let's see. Let's peck off this one down here. Now what we do, yeah, we put that there. We put a and then what we actually do, oh, here we go. Cross connector system and a loading system. Yes, okay. So that is mounted. It's got loading pipes going into each one. Let's just pop these off. I'm going to turn these back into those. No, what the heck? Those were chubbier. Pop that off. Those will I think show. Oh, no, that's wrong. Hang on a sec. Gotta do this first. There we go. Now we put those on. Get these. And those. There we go. We now have an ammo feed for our pod. We could actually have loading mechanism and spare rounds, spare missiles loaded in here, which means if we wanted to, we could actually put an ammo magazine hanging off of it. But what this does motivate me to do is let's get all of this stuff. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that. I am not completely destroying it. I have not gone loony. That goes there. That goes there. Boop, boop. No. Ah. My aim is off on this fine Friday. I hope you're having a wonderful time. And that you have a safe weekend, of course. I am going to be working. Okay. Let's bulk this bad boy out. What the heck did I do? Okay. So now, I am actually going to need more of these things. Wrap on a cracker. Let me get more. Whee! I think I only need 4. Nope, come here. I'm gonna use spacebar. Okay, let's... I'm trying to get better about actually using the dial and figuring out what names I need. Like, I've been using a ton of this oblique exterior. There we go. Different shape, different purpose. Which means now I can actually get these. Get some of those. And we can have some pod bracing. Not pod racing. Pod bracing. There we go. I think that is a functional missile pod. I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you like the design? Do you think I should actually change the frame for each missile tube to be a darker, like a... maybe that smoky quartz we used up here? Might look good. I could do that around. I don't want to do this because this exhaust port point is supposed to look different, a bit more narrow, etc., etc. But what do you guys think about this? Is this a design that you would use, or do you see value in it? I wonder. Nope, that just disconnects that. Let's get this and put it back. Yeah, we'll keep doing that. That works. It works. Okay. Get all of this stuff. First of all. Let's get our sleep on real quick. So we can see this in daylight. There we go. Nice 3 long missile pods. Or they could just be rocket pods, but I think it'd probably... maybe they're just rockets, dumbfire rockets. But we've got a loading mechanism going out from the central larger storage unit into the side launching pods right there. And the whole thing actually has some movement, in theory. Or at least it looks like it's supposed to have movement right here. I do wish there was such a thing as a half post. Why isn't that a thing? Why can't I get what's it called? Slab turns into pillar. The notch. Why can't I put a notch in the middle of a block? Why does it have to be the 4 corners? Why isn't there an option to center it? I always thought that was kind of dumb. I wonder if I got this. What happens? See, I have to put this in the outside corners too. I can't put it in the inside corners. Why can't I put it on the inside corners? I love micro blocks, but there are still so many points where I see a limitation that just frustrates me. Anyway, I really hope you guys do actually like this missile pod design. I thought about making them a lot bigger, but I thought, no, really? If you've got something that's firing missiles, it should be that just like, 1 or 2 solid hits on a large target, which should be enough to punch a hole in it, or at least slow it down until this thing can power up and fire. We're going to have another one of those over there, and another rocket pod over here. Another set of rocket pods. I think it's going to be really cool. I cannot wait to get this platform up and going 100%. I might take a break, though, and go back to working on the actual main castle structure next week. No, we'll see. I'll catch you guys later. What I need to do right now is the same thing I do every single Friday. I'm actually going to leave that in there to prepare. Geronimo. Boop. I have had, by the way, I've logged in and had my armor vanished off of this. So there's been 2 episodes where I've had to give myself a replacement set of armor. That has happened twice. I don't know why. It has not happened ever for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and then all of a sudden it's happened twice in the last 2 weeks. Don't know. But just keep that in mind. My armor is right there. I'm going to get all of my other neat stuff. And it goes in here. And, of course, there will be a world download. By the time you see this, there should be a download link in the video description for this episode. You can download the whole world and take a look at it yourself. Maybe you want to see how I designed that pod, or you just want to get a look at it up close. Anyway, can't wait to hear from you guys on it. Give me some thumbs up on this episode. I really would love to hear some feedback on how I'm doing, how things are going, comments, thumbs, even if it's just pressing that thumbs up button once. I really would love to hear that and see the result of that. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.